Hello. I'm doing a thing here. All right. I am making syrup cocktails. This I got from the supermarket. Coconut syrup that's okay. Arguably, it's not too thick to use in cocktails. You just use less of it because it's more concentrated. But I like my sugar syrups to be a bit runnier. So I'm going to add some water to it. And hello, Megaleech and Dr. Abigail, both traumatized by my Alex Jones picture. And I'm sure you were able to pick that was done by one of those AI art thingies. Hair all over the place. Good job. Ooh. So, yes, in the early stages of the stream, before we get really deeply into anything, because surprise, surprise for me, doing things at the last minute. It's really fascinating as little air bubbles are coming up in here. And because it's so thick, I can pop the bubbles. You can't see this. I'll just describe. And then there's a little crater left by the bubble that just slowly fills in. Takes a second or two for the bubble crater to fill in. So it's it's liquid, but just barely. I'm thinking might make a rum old fashioned with this. It's probably be very good for old fashions in general. I've got a kettle boiling in the other room, and I'm going to add water bit by bit. I'm just going to add 50 mils at first and see how big a difference that makes, and then I might add a bit more if it needs it. Then I make a drink with it because that's how we roll. More and more of these bubbles are coming up. It's fascinating. Not sure why exactly. Someone who knew the physics of viscous liquids could maybe explain it to me. When I was squelching it in there was obviously air bubbles in there. They're just very slowly working their way to the top. Science, yo. Sometimes it's sticky. Hey, Big Pat. Condolences to you, brother. I saw what you posted about your brother dying. That's not good. I hope you're okay. I hope you're got support around you and you're supporting others as well. So I'm just putting this back in the fridge. Frigidage. Look at that. Okay. Now I'm just going to quickly disappear for a minute, check if the kettle has boiled. In a memento, my friends. Alrighty, water has it. Oh, I need a spoon. Get a spoon. Spin. And I'm back. Okay. So, it's 150 mils of syrup. I'll add 50 mils of water, boiling water. And I'm going to stir it in, almost like on Halloween theme. Little witch's brew. Doing a little bit of hubble, bubble, boil and trouble. No, hubble, bubble, toil and trouble. Fire, burn and cauldron bubble. That's interesting. Just that 50 mils of water. It is hot water, boiling water. It's making a huge difference. So that looks like all the dilution it's going to need. So that's good. Job done. Nice. Give it a good old stir. Now it's much more the sort of consistency I can use it in cocktails. And it won't clump up when I shake it. So Pat, I did see the Facebook message. So let me see. Okay. All right. All right, well, my first job for this evening is done. Anyway, got this syrup ready. And it's a really, really strongly flavored syrup made with like this coconut syrup made with raw coconut sugar. I'm fine today. Thank you, Pat. So I'm just, I'll send positivity to you because I would understand if you're not feeling fine today. So I'm just going to get a little bottle to put the syrup in. Let's see, what do we got? This one will do. Oh. And we want a little funnel as well to minimize the mess I make, because I'm a messy boy in more ways than one, quite honestly. But we'll put a little funnel in my little bottle. And we'll pour this syrup in there. All right, now I have a nice dark syrup for cocktails that call for a dark syrup. All right, coconutty syrup, ready to rock and or roll. Okay, so if I'm going to do this, I'm going to want a big old block of ice. There's my big old ice cube tray. Oh, still 2 things of ice. I might gotta remember to make some more tomorrow night, possible party night. Hey, honey, how you doing? Oh, put the ice cube tray back in the freezer. Okay. Right, so put that little thing of water up there. I need a little bit. So now we want. Right. I know which rum I'm going to use. I've got to decide which bitters I'm going to put in my old fashioned. Oh, honey, wet socks. You've been out and about in the rain, my friend. I think I might use the tiki bitters. Where is my tiki bitters? That is the question. Let's have a look. What do we got? Chocolate bitters, whiskey bitters. tiki bitters. All right, and I will get my new Archie Rose fancy molasses rum. Okay, and my Jig and my skewer for my cherry, because I've got to have my cherry. Ooh, that's probably a terrible noise. You're a duck now, honey. I get it. We missed the worst of it here. I mean, it's been raining reasonably consistently, but not heavily for the last 2 days. We didn't get the rain bomb that was forecast. I think some other people may have. All right. So I'm going to put in a little bit of that syrup I just made, and quite a bit of my rum. Rub that in there. And tiki bitters. Put 2 dashes of tiki bitters in. And there's a really nice aroma coming off that. Almost used up this orange. Got to get a bit of orange peel for a garnish. Nice waft of orange oil from cutting the peel. Express some orange oils over it. Put the peel in the glass. Final little touch. I'm going to give myself a cherry. Okay, I got it open. Stop panicking. I feel like people were panicking then, because I know you'll want me to have my cherry. And you were worried for a second it was going to be a problem. There we go. Oh, fuck me. I just always a little bit of syrup drips off the end. Tried to get it in the glass. Didn't quite get it all. But at least the bit that dripped off landed on my coaster. Okay. Give that a stir. Chill it down. Dilute it a little bit. I mean, I did go out for a little bit today. Just dropped young Mr. Angry off at the train station and picked up a couple of things from the supermarket, but it was only sprinkling. Very, very light drizzle when I was out. All right. Somehow my cherry came off the skewer. There we go. All right. Makes it very dark with that dark syrup. My rum old-fashioned, which I haven't made one for a while. Cheers, y'all. Oh. Yum. Ooh, that's got a lot going on. A very strongly flavored syrup. What are you doing, Mimsy? Mimsy's wandering around the floor like she's in a very hopeful mood that I might have dropped some food. I didn't, you know. Actually, this is going to sound weird. Having just said that, it just reminded me of something. I just have to check. So I apologize. I'll just go off camera for a second. Yes, I do have to be off camera for just a sec while I get something. Nimsy looking for food reminded me of it. God, cat, get out of the way. You're so annoying. Ugh. Just got to put some stuff in the fridge before it goes off. And then I'm even thinking ahead. Might put these leftovers in an omelette tomorrow. That sounds good. All right. Ready being off camera. I won't be off camera for much longer. Just putting this stuff into a container so I can put it into the fridge. Frigidage. Gosh darn it. All right. Save that little bit of leftovers. Like I said, I'll probably make an omelette with that in the morning. Because I'm a fancy motherfucker. Hey, Nasalt, how you going? And hi, Shieldsy. So, Mimsy's getting some leftovers. She's awfully agitated. Oh, it's very interesting. Okay. My first experience of using that syrup I just made is it's very strong, so I should maybe use less of it in a cocktail. But that's okay. We're all about the experimentation here. Yeah, man. This is, look at this. Just I love the pattern. The orange with the tropical drinks and then the split in the back. This is one of, I think this, I'm actually sure this is in the last batch of shirts I bought. I haven't bought any for months because I've got a fucking shit ton of them now. Although, mind you, one of the sites finally started making some of these designs in long-sleeved shirts, which I've been waiting for them to do. None that really leapt out and made me think I have to have that now. But it's like, okay, there's some. So hopefully soon. Oh, yes. So I dyed my hair. I was bordering on 2 weeks ago now. I was bored. I'm happy with how it turned out, but I'm also now happy. Okay, now I know I don't want to do this anymore. So I probably won't dye my hair again, ever. And in fact, when this starts to grow out, I don't know, it might look dodgy, so I might end up bleaching the color out and then maybe dyeing my hair gray so it looks natural color. Because, of course, there's a shit ton of videos of me with gray hair from the last couple of years, and I was watching one back tonight, and I was just like, oh yeah, no, I prefer the gray hair. I mean, this was fun to do. This was a diversion. I was bored. It fulfilled my boredom, and yeah, Shieldsy, no, old age, man. And I have decided I'm just going to roll with it. And okay, I don't want to say, whenever you say like, oh, there was this positive out of COVID, it's overlooking just the horrific toll COVID's taken. Like everything from, of course, the people who've died and become very sick and their families, but also the people whose businesses have been fucked over by it, because it's been catastrophic on so many levels. So if I say like, oh, well, this was positive at least, I am not by any stretch of the imagination saying, and therefore COVID was worth it, because it wasn't. But because it exists and we can't make it not exist, so if I can take something from it, I will, like working from home, yay. But I just decided pretty early on in COVID, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to stop cutting my hair and I'm going to stop dyeing my hair. And it took like a year to grow out. And and then I let it grow out even more for another year and a half. And then I thought, you know what? I'm bored. I'm going to dye it and see what it's like. And it's fun. I'm happy with how it turned out. But it just confirmed with me, like, you know what? I'm going to stick with the gray. So I don't know how long this color will stay in. Like, it's obviously going to fade a bit and there's going to be regrowth. But like I said, I feel quite sure what I'm going to end up doing when there's a bit of regrowth, probably when it looks weird. I bleach the remaining color out and then maybe color my hair gray, because they actually do have gray hair dye. Color my hair gray so it's more like my normal thing. So then the regrowth won't really be noticeable. There you go. That's my fashion plan. Is it fashion? Personal grooming? Something like that. Why does my skewer keep coming out of my cherry? Because I've ripped the cherry in half. That's why. Fair enough. Shieldsy, grey wolf. I like that. Although, let's be Aussie. Be a grey dingo. Silver dingo. Because people refer to silver fox. Be a silver dingo. Okay. As that dilutes a little, it tastes even better. Some drinks, when they're on ice, they don't taste as good when they dilute a bit. Some taste better when they dilute a little. This one, I'll say, tastes even better as it dilutes a little bit. Heine, you reckon long hair on men's fashion? Well, it's certainly been more in fashion in the last 10 years than it was in the 80s and 90s. But it's always been around. It's just, it's like a pendulum that sometimes it's way out of fashion, and sort of since the 60s, it's come back in. It's like prior to the 60s, it was very much not a done thing for quite a while. We need a historian to say whether it was centuries or not. But since the 60s, it's kind of been okay, but it's sort of been up and down. Like 60s and 70s, long hair, big. 80s and 90s, long hair, definitely not big, but, it wasn't a huge deal if you had long hair. But since the noughties on, since the hipster thing, no, not that all hipsters have long hair. Some hipsters have short hair and a big beard. But I think the last 10, 15 years, the pendulum's swung back towards long hair in men being a bit more mainstream. Fashion, it does that. It goes back and forth. Like shorts length, jeans tightness, shirt tightness. Oh my God, someone's trying to bring back midriff tops for men again. So I say, not me, obviously. No one wants my fucking gut hanging out in public, but young buff guys, go for it. It's just that the ever-shifting sands of fashion. It's a thing. It's a wild and crazy thing, the world of fashion. Sometimes sillier than others, but of course, sometimes when you look at the extremes of fashion, like what you get in the haute couture shows, Paris Fashion Weeks, Milan, and you look at it and you go, well, that's just fucking stupid. And yeah, because the designers are trying to go way out there and do stuff that people haven't done before. And but what that does is push the envelope of what the mainstream is. Oh, nice, Dr. Abigail. Your son's taken to wearing a pink crop top. See? I'm a